basketball team. Before we get to leading up to it, as Frank prepares for that, little shuffling of the roster so far. Rudy's only dressing 10 players for tonight's game. Injuries took their toll on freshman sensation Ron Moore. He, as you heard on last Saturday, will be out for quite a while with a severely sprained ankle. We're told now it may not be 6 weeks. It may only be something like 3 or 4 weeks. His progress has been rapid in this last week since last we talked about Waynesburg College basketball on WANB-FM. The other roster deletions, a couple of freshmen, Johnny Adams and Dave Moss, are gone from the squad right now. And, of course, Chris Green has been furloughed academic reasons. And we also understand that Derek Samuels did not make the trip tonight. Derek has been furloughed as well due to what was termed by Rudy Marisa earlier this afternoon as a, quote, attitude problem, unquote. And it's a suspension. That's the official word. So it may not be a permanent thing. But Derek not with the basketball team here at Salem College tonight. So we've had a little bit of a shake-up in the basketball.
The Yellow Jackets on their second road trip of the year. Time to get organized and get things together. The first one, a learning process, more or less. Didn't have the composure you wanted, I imagine.
Well, we haven't played well since the Fairmont game. And, you know, we're doing a lot of analyzing. The game after Fairmont was also a away game, Frank, so this is our third away game in a row. We went to California. Charleroi Gym, but played California away from home and didn't play real well, and certainly didn't play well in a defeat up in Urbana. And I feel about the same way we did in the first couple games. We're still trying to piece something together. I let a starter go, or suspended him, I should say, because of attitude. I have a couple guys injured, and some semi-injured, like Rob Montgomery has a chronic back problem that's bothering him. I need Ron Moore back as a backup, and he's going to be out for a 3 more weeks with an ankle injury.
Well, this is your last game before a kind of a lengthy break. Are you going to send the boys home, or are they going to stay on the campus?
Oh, no, they'll leave tomorrow after we play our afternoon game with Pitt Bradford, and we'll bring them back on the 28th and try to get ready for West Virginia State, who our fans may or may not know was ranked first in preseason polls in one popular basketball magazine and ranked 10th in the NAIA polls in preseason.
Salem comes in, again, almost like the Urbana team. Untested, but he has some junior college people, some jumpers, and they can play basketball. It's a tough conference.
Well, our players finally agreed with me that everybody has 5'6" ball players, a couple over 6'5", and a couple good moving shooting guards. And we know we're going to be challenged every game, Frank. We really are. And depending on injuries and how we are together and whether we're having attitude problems, which I won't tolerate, incidentally, depending on all those factors, determines whether we win or not. And incidentally, and speaking of the injuries, I didn't address a gutsy move that Rick Puskar will have to make this week. He'll be doing the equivalent of Kevin Lee earlier. He got his nose literally operated on Monday of this week, and with a mask on, we'll go under the boards today and play his heart out, you know.
Do you think, again, the thinning down of the team now, you don't have as many you're working with? I guess Johnny Adams no longer on the squad, and Derek Samuels, as you remarked. What's that do to your coaching? You don't seem to have the depth or the resources.
Well, I'm reminded often about going to Kansas City in 1981 with 9 ball players, and in 1984 with 10 ball players. And frankly, there's something to be said about the fewer numbers and how you can get around to refining things versus making everybody happy.
Okay, Coach, you're starting 5 tonight against Salem.
Rob Montgomery will be replacing Derek Samuels as a starter for the first time. Derek started the first 5 games, and as I said, is suspended. Theron Hogue, along with him, Sean McCallister to point guard, Darren Walls, and Rick Puskar.
Thank you very much for your time before the game, and good luck to you and the Yellow Jackets against the Salem Tigers.
Thank you, Frank.
Yellow Jacket Basketball is brought to you on WANB by
McCallister and the Jackets have the ball.
And they go to Theron Hogue in the corner on the right side. Back out to Sean McCallister, starting at point guard tonight. And Sean moves it on the left side to Rick Puskar. Puskar can't get in, looks for something down low. Not there. Goes top of the key. Hogue around the horn to McCallister. Down low to Montgomery. Rob turns and fires. It is good. Rob Montgomery, the first blood of the ball game. Jackets on top by 2. Here's Salem quickly into forecourt. With the basketball is Wayne Stevens as they cross the timeline. Now he finds the point guard, Tony Troy, and goes to him. And the transfer student from Maryland puts it in motion over on the right side. Troy, top of the key, goes again on the right side to Antone Morris. Back around the horn to Stevens. And over on the left, deep in the corner to Harris. Back out to Stevens. Troy, top of the key, and around to Moore. Long one-hander Morris. No good. Rebound Montgomery. Waynesburg. Ahead of McCallister. Sean on the run on the fast break. Pulls up. Goes to Puskar on the wing. He stops. Back to McCallister. Top of the key. Fakes a shot. Goes to Hogue. Down low. Theron jumper from the baseline is good. Theron bounced high into the air and got the roll.
Good shooter that time. Theron hit the front of the rim and got the roll from 8 feet on the left baseline. Nice shot.
Jackets on top by 4. Just getting underway. 18:50 left to play first half. Here's Salem along the baseline. Down low to Morris. The ball stolen away. Up with the loose ball is Walls for Waynesburg. Fast break. Walls down to the baseline. Finds Montgomery in the lane. Rob goes up with the ball and goes flying away, but Rob's foul will go to the line.
Boy, the Jackets looked super in the first minute of the ball game. Minute and 20 seconds, and the Jackets in complete control.
Well, Rudy Maurice is shaking up the lineup a little bit, shaking up the roster, and the ball club not yet gelling as he would like to have had it gelled by up with 3 in the game. The Jackets by 5, and here comes Salem over the timeline, still looking for their first point of the night. Tony Troy, the freshman point guard, goes into the corner. Wayne Stevens has it on the left side. Now back out to Morris. Morris back to Troy. Looks for the three-pointer. Doesn't shoot it, though. Again, they go to Harris on the right. Now the ball stolen away by Sean McCallister for Waynesburg. Sean in the lane to Walls, and he's hammered. Darren Walls never got the shot off because he was slammed coming down the lane. But as Frank said, the Jackets looking super. Still in the lanes on the fast break. Look good on defense, and they own a 5-0 lead.
Well, the zone defense is up. The fabulous zone defense of Rudy Marisa. This time, Darren Walls, he had the first deflection and steal, and he steals the second one. So 2 steals on 2 attempts trying to penetrate the zone by the Salem Tigers.
Darren Walls, the sophomore, Peabody High School, makes the first, and rebound Tigers pulled down by Rusty Harris, the 6'7" center out of Princeton, West Virginia. He clears it to Troy. Troy goes inside to Kaminsky. First time he's handled the ball. No shot. Back outside. Jumper good from about 18-foot range by Antone Morris. And it's a 6-2 basketball game. Walls drives in the lane, puts it up and in. Darren Walls with a nifty move there, Frank.
Yeah, he made the great move to the inside in the paint and went in on afflicted no one touched him. He's too quick.
8-2 Waynesburg. Here's a jumper for Salem off the mark. Rebound Montgomery for Waynesburg. Looks for the break. Goes to McCallister. Sean pushes it over the timeline. He takes it down to the left side. Now pulls up. Looks for help. Goes to Montgomery at the foul line. He walks with the ball.
Yeah, Rob got the ball, but then took the extra step. Salem zone is packing in now. It's going to be tough to get in. They're going to have to watch and try some perimeter shooting, and this will test the new guard that Rick Puskar has on his face to see if it'll hinder him. He looked good in warm-up. He was making them one after another.
Rick Puskar, the best shooter on the team, playing with a broken nose and wearing a guard on his face, much like the one Kevin Lee's been wearing all season. Here's a shot from way outside, good for the Tigers. A three-pointer by Brett Szymanski. And suddenly the Tigers have closed it to 3, 8-5, and a steal by Salem. Salem into forecourt. A foul called, blocking called at midcourt following a collision. Kaminsky collides with Sean McCallister right at the center court stripe. We get a late whistle, and it could have been charge or block. They call blocking. Well, that shot from deep in the corner for Salem. Good. Another three-pointer. This time Wayne Stevens hits the bomb, and it's tied at 8. Waynesburg at a 6-0 lead. It's suddenly 8-8 with 16:47 to go, and the Jackets almost throw it away, but they'll get it back. Ball tipped out of bounds over on the far side over there on the right by Wayne Stevens. And Waynesburg will inbound it from their own baseline. Sean McCallister inbounds it to Puskar. Top of the key to Walls. Aaron starts inside, takes it to the hoop, puts it up. It's no good. Rebound, Puskar up and in. A foul call. Nope, no foul. Excuse me, I thought I heard a whistle. Puskar with his first bucket of the night, and it's a 10-8 game. Waynesburg on top, Salem with the ball. Here they come into forecourt, and it's Kamensky working it on the perimeter now along with Troy. Troy comes over to help out. Around the rim, around the horn it goes, deep into the corner, and Stevens thinks about a three-footer, takes one and hits it. 2-pointer. No, they say no three-pointer, just a two-pointer that time. Close. Stevens with 5. Jackets fast break. Darren Walls up and in. Action fast and furious here as the Jackets continue to work their fast break almost at will against the Salem Tigers, that time off the inbounds play. Frank, Salem just can't get back.
It's hard to talk, John. The action's so fast.
I'll tell you. Here comes the Tigers on the attack. Almost a steal by McCallister. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Salem ball from the far side. Sean McCallister, pesky on defense that time, and inbounding the basketball will be Brett Kaminsky. He goes to Troy, and now he goes deep into the corner to Wayne Stevens on the left side. Now back out top of the key to Harris. Starts inside, pulls up, goes to Troy. Troy in the lane, jumper up, no good. Rebounds loose, and a foul called on the play.
Over the back, Darren Walls had the rebounding position, and coming over his back was Brett Kaminsky, his second.
Jackets by 2. It's a 12-10 basketball game. 15:38 left to go in the first half. Here's Waynesburg in the forecourt. Ball stolen away from behind. Stealing the ball is Wayne Stevens. Off the steal, he goes into forecourt. Ball almost knocked away, but Salem gets it back. Stevens jumper good.
Now that time it was a fiasco of errors that time in the paint. As Stevens makes the initial steal, then it's bounced around. They come up with a 10-footer on a jump shot.
Tied at 12. Waynesburg goes down low to Puskar, and he's fouled from behind. And that will not be a shooting foul. Waynesburg will be inbounding it from the side. Rick Puskar.
The fourth team foul on Salem versus 1 on the Yellow Jackets.
And Sean McCallister will be doing the inbounding for the Jackets from their own baseline, and does so, lobbing it into Montgomery, but it's knocked away, and there to track it down is Theron Hogue near midcourt. Now the ball tipped again. Waynesburg gets it to Montgomery. He fires. It's off the glass. No good. Follow. Walls. Darren Walls
puts the hammer in.
Darren Walls off the missed shot. Hammer.
No basket.
Slams home the rebound, but they say no basket. What do you call?
Well, he climbed the back of another player. John committed a foul, his first foul, so no basket.
Rudy Marisa working over Booker a little bit as he goes by.
Yeah, and, Booker's missing the game altogether on that one.
All right, so that erases a sensational play by Darren Walls off the rebound. Montgomery shot missed the mark. Walls one-handed just high into the air to slam it down through, but it doesn't count. Here's Salem into forecourt. Stevens drive, shoots, no good. Rebound Montgomery for Waynesburg. Rob clears it to McCallister. Sean quickly into forecourt, now puts on the brakes, has the ball knocked away from behind, gets it back, starts inside, dishes it off Puskar. Baseline drive, good.
Nice assist that time. Good speed by McCallister.
14-12, Jackets lead. Salem threw a pass stolen away by Waynesburg. Forecourt to Puskar, 1-0 break up and in.
Rick stuffed it.
A two-handed stuff by Rick, and now the Waynesburg has opened a 4-point lead, 16-12, with 14:26 to go. Fast pace here at Salem College tonight. We're going to earn our money as a foul is called on Puskar. As Salem comes into forecourt, Brett Kaminsky goes by him at midcourt, and Rick bumped him with a body.
His first foul, team third. Darren Walls has one personal. Sean McCallister with one. The Jackets have a half-court trap going on now, John, trying to stretch a lead. 16-12, not much.
Tigers now deliberately attack the Waynesburg defense as they move it around the perimeter. Handling the ball is Morris. Morris to Troy into the corner. Deep in the right side to Brett Kaminsky. Back out top of the key to Morris. Morris to Troy again. Now a high post turnaround jumper by Kaminsky's no good. Rebound Waynesburg. Walls throws it away. Salem comes up with a loose ball and steps out of bounds. Tony Jones is just tucked into the ball game. Stole the outlet pass from Darren Walls, but stepped out of bounds in doing so. And the Jackets inbounded, getting some heat in backcourt. Ball mishandled in backcourt by Theron Hogue, but he recovers. Goes to McCallister. Into forecourt comes Walls to Montgomery at the foul line. Back to Walls in the wing. Walls looks into the corner. Not there. Goes cross court to Puskar. Down low. Ball knocked away. Puskar tries to beat Montgomery.
There's
down low.
a real bad call. Booker Walton calls white ball. It's tipped out by the white, plain as day.
Yeah.
The other official doesn't get it. Whoa.
Wait a minute. Now the other official says, I'm sorry, Booker, but we're going to go the other way.
There is some bad technique going on here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, no, sorry, but Booker Moore missed the call, blew it, and the other guy
Booker Walton, yeah.
All right, Booker Walton, rather. But to his credit, the other fellow said, no, that was wrong, and the ball goes to
Well, the
Waynesburg.
mechanic, he's got to look up right away and get a signal from his trail guy, and he just doesn't even do it.
All right, here's Theron Hogue for the corner. Good. Theron with an 18-footer. His first bucket of the night, or is it? No, it's his second bucket of the night. He has 4, and the Jackets lead at 18-12. So now it's a half-court trap by Waynesburg. Salem breaks it with a long pass to Harris. He drives. He shoots. It's in and out. Follow up. No good. Tap up. Good.
Tap up that time by number 21.
All right, and that is Tony Jones. And
they're going to give it to Kaminsky. Okay.
And here's Puskar with a drive. Shot up good. Tough move by Rick Puskar, considering the fact he's playing with a broken nose. And it's 20-14. Waynesburg again with a 6-point lead. We're down to 13:04 left to go in the first half. Here's a jumper from the baseline, good to Salem, and that's Rusty Harris. The big 6'7" junior gets his first bucket of the evening. Rusty averaging 8 points a ball game. It's now 20-16. Ball knocked away from McCallister, but Waynesburg gets it back. They go to Walls. Walls drive, shoots, good.
What a move to get inside that time. Darren Walls, great shot.
22-16. There was a seam in the zone, and Darren just went right down and pumped it in. Here's, again, a half-court trap by Waynesburg. Salem breaks it, and they get the ball to Tony Troy. And the point guard starts on the left side to Harris. Harris back to Troy. Around the horn he goes to Morris. Morris down low to Kaminsky. Now into the lane. Shot up. No good. Rebound. Darren Walls for Waynesburg. Walls into forecourt. Walls down the lane. Dishes it off in the middle to McCallister. Jumper. No. Rebound is taken by Salem. Finally cleared out of there by Brent Kaminsky. And the Jackets now drop back into the zone as Troy trots it over the timeline, and again sets it in motion on the left side. Back to Troy, top of the key, over on the right to deep in the corner to Kaminsky. Back outside to Morris. Shot up, no good, and the rebound out of bounds. Foul call.
Foul that time, no doubt about it. And it's on Rusty Harris, his first, team 5th.
So just a couple of more. It's from Waynesburg College, the Tigers of Salem College, live from Salem, West Virginia. Glad you're with us on WANB-FM. Ball knocked loose as they try to feed Montgomery in the low post. And they say out of bounds. It'll be Waynesburg's ball. Last deflected out of bounds by Salem. So that spoils that play, but the Jackets try another as they inbound to the Puskar, and it's knocked away again. Stepping in front of Rick Puskar to knock it away was Tony Jones, who's all over the place after coming in off the bench. Jones averaging just about 10 points a ball game and 8 rebounds. Off the bench, and he steals the inbound pass. Jones one-on-one with Walls, misses the dunk. The rebound goes to Salem, though, and they'll bring it back outside as Troy now goes to work. A pass cross court goes to Kaminsky, and a drive. Shot up, no good, but a foul call.
That time, Rob Montgomery gets a piece of Kaminsky as he comes through.
From the night, it's 22-18. Waynesburg, fast break, inbound play. Walls misses it. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll be Salem basketball. Boy, the Jackets just moving the ball like lightning down that floor.
Darren trying to force a layup. That time, draw a foul. Nothing happened, and the ball deflected out of bounds. The Jackets touching it last.
So Salem can close it to 2 with a bucket this trip down the floor. Here's a jumper from the side. Good.
Two-pointer.
And that's Kaminsky who pumps it in. It's 22-20. Jackets had 2 6-point leads in this ball game thus far. Salem's managed to come back both times. They tied it at 12. Now, unless the Jackets can score this trip, Salem can tie it again at 22. They go high post, turnaround jumper. Hogue, good.
Oh, nice move. Well-defined move. Fake to the inside, spun to the outside on a 180, and a perfect J.
Mid-season form that time from Theron Hogue, and the Jackets back on top by 4 as Troy brings it through traffic into forecourt, goes top of the key. Kaminsky, jumper, no good. Rebound for Waynesburg goes to Puskar. Ahead to Sean McCallister. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound taken by Salem, pulled down by Harris. Rusty Harris clears it in back point to Troy. So Sean McCallister's first field goal attempt of the night is no good. Here's Salem on the attack again. From the side, it is Jones. Good.
That was Antoine Morris.
All right, so we'll give it to him. That's 4 tonight for him. Waynesburg quickly in the forecourt. Long pass to Walls. Walls collides with a man down low and charging called on the play.
No doubt there. He spun right into a good defensive position that time, put up by Tony Troy, who is one good point guard on defense.
So Darren Walls picks up the personal foul.
Second. And with team 5th.
With 10:07 to go, it's still a 2-point basketball game. So at times, the Jackets showing life and showing signs of finally gelling in the season as a team. And and at times they don't. And here's Salem from the baseline. Up, no good. Rebounds tapped outside. Salem gets it back, and a shot up. Whistle, foul called on the play.
Darren that time called for a block in the paint, and he's picked up his third real quick.
It's Troy. Tony, the point guard, goes top of the key to Harris, back to Troy, around to Morris on the left side. Now we're over on the right. The jumper, Kaminsky, good.
There's that percentage, and they are hitting. That was an 18-footer by Kaminsky.
Tied 24-24 as there on Hogue brings it over the timeline for Waynesburg. Goes to Walls on the wing. Over there on the left side, three-point attempt. Darren Walls.
Yes, sir. Beautiful jumper from 20.
Walls first man in double figures now with 10 off the three-pointer. And Jackets lead it by 3, 27-24. Salem works the perimeter of the zone once again patiently, and now Harris a little bothered by McCallister, and a foul call. Going for the steal. Sean did get a hunk of the ball, but he also got a hunk of Harris. It's good. Rebound Waynesburg. Montgomery up there real high for it. Now Rob clears it to McCallister. Sean into forecourt, gets by Morris, and a foul called away from the ball as Sean was working against Morris pretty close. We get a foul called underneath, and it's going to be on the Tigers.
Antoine Morris all the way down, riding Sean McCallister, and picked up. Finally, as he reached the baseline, he took it coast to coast, and Steve Quinn calls the foul about 18 feet from the basket on the baseline.
16 fouls ways. Here's Theron Hogue deep in the corner for Waynesburg. Goes to McCallister, top of the key. Sean starts inside, trips, and loses his dribble, and the ball's picked up by Salem. Troy into forecourt. Troy coast to coast, drives, shoots, good.
Good point guard. Troy has the speed and does the job. There's another steal by Salem.
Jackets try a long pass off the inbounds play, trying to hit Puskar. There's a collision, and off the steal, the ball goes flying out of bounds. They say it will be Waynesburg's ball, and Jackets dodge a bullet there. Also, Puskar goes down.
Salem's as fast as any team the Yellow Jackets are going to play. They have a great team speed, able to get back on the full court.
Well, they've made an adjustment. The first 2 minutes of this game, the Jackets owned them. Here's a foul as Theron Hogue pumps it up and good. Theron with a nifty move, faked his man up into the air, and while his man was airborne, he ducked underneath it, forced up a shot. It goes in. The man comes down, fouls Theron. He goes to the line with a chance for a three-point play. Looks at a three-point lead again for Waynesburg, 30-27. As the Tigers bring it over the timeline. Tony Troy works it on the wing on the right side to Morris. Now over on the left to Harris, way outside. Harris fakes down low, nothing there. Back to Troy, back to Harris again. Looks into the corner, goes there. And now right back outside. Troy, top of the key to Morris. Morris back to Troy, fakes the shot, goes cross court to Harris. Harris darts inside, pulls up, back to Troy. 18-footer is no good. Rebound is fought for. It goes out of bounds. It will be Waynesburg's ball.
That time, the center, Rusty Harris, really walked out of bounds with it. And the Jackets have it. Sean McCallister having trouble getting past the point guard, Antoine Morris.
Here's Puskar with a move in the lane, and they say he shuffled the feet. Right at the top of the key, made his move, did a little 180 to get around his man, and they say walk with the basketball. So another turnover for Waynesburg, and another chance for Salem to come back within one or tie it with a three-pointer as they trotted over the timeline. Now the long pass goes to Harris. Harris bounce pass cross court to Morris. Morris looks in the lane, nothing there. Top of the key, Troy. Round to Harris. Deep into the corner it goes, and a jumper from the side is in and out, and tapped up and good.
No bad. What's this?
Offensive goaltending, I believe, going to be called on Salem, and I don't know if that's a good call, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think the ball was in the cylinder. I really think he missed it.
It was a great, great tap.
Yep, I think they missed that. I really do. I think that should have been good. But Waynesburg gets it back still with a three-point lead. Here's McCallister, fakes inside, now goes inside, ball knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Anybody's guess. Waynesburg, they say. Waynesburg will have the ball. In traffic, the ball was knocked away in the paint, flew up into the bleachers, and it was hard to see who got a hand on it. But here comes McCallister to inbound it from the side to Waynesburg at their end of the floor. Goes to Clark. Clark back out to Sean. Sean lobs it down low. Alley-oop to Hogue. Ball knocked away. And up with the loose ball is Salem. Into forecourt it comes. Jones pulls up. Now goes cross court to Morris. Morris starts by Puskar. Turns and fires. Good off the glass. Anton Morris just took Puskar and just faked him right out of his underwear that time. And it's a 30-29. Basketball game. Nice move by
Rick had a Division I move put on him there.
Here's Terry Clark, jumper baseline, no good. Rebound, Salem. Morris, check that. Jones pulls it down, clears it to Troy. Troy into traffic, dishes it off underneath, but it goes flying out of bounds. They say it's going to be Waynesburg's ball.
Timeout, Rudy Marisa.
6:52 left to go in the first half. Waynesburg 30, Salem 29. Be back to Salem, West Virginia, and a long timeout called by Rudy Marisa. Both coaches still have their teams on the bench in a tight ball game, 30-29. The Jackets clinging to a 1-point lead. They've led throughout the game. But a close ball game, Frank, and it's going to stay that way, I got a feeling.
Well, both teams putting a very high-pressure defense on each other, so there's a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers, and loose balls being picked up right now by Salem. Really, they're getting the advantage on that. The bench with 3 personals has hurt the offensive production.
Look at this, full court pressure by Salem. Jackets break at McCallister into forecourt. McCallister in the lane, dishes off to Montgomery. Cross-court Puskar. Puskar drive, shoots off the glass. No good. Round the rim and out. Rebound taken by Salem into forecourt. Kaminsky. Bounce pass on the wing to Harris. Pulls up and fires. It is no good. Rebound Salem. Shot up and no good. Tap up. No good. Rebound Montgomery, Waynesburg. Rob looking for somebody to outlet it to. Gets it to Hogue finally. Theron into forecourt. 15-foot jumper. Good.
Yeah, Theron, beautiful form on his jump shot tonight.
32-29. The Jackets lead. We're down to 6:15 to go in the first half.
Theron's in double figures with 11 points.
Tony Troy now looks on the left side, goes over there to Kaminsky, back outside. It goes once again to Troy. Troy looks outside, goes to Kaminsky, who's moved out to the point now. And to Troy again in the wing. Troy pulls up at the top of the key, goes with a bounce pass to Harris, looks down inside, nothing there, goes back out to Troy with the ball in the hip. Finally looks and goes to Jones, and a whistle as Jones starts inside. Foul call.
Terry Clark for blocking at about the 17-foot part. Right.
Tap up, no good. Rebound Waynesburg. Hogue clears it to McCallister. Sean runs it over the timeline. Now pulls up top of the key, and they'll set it up. He looks on the left side, goes there to Puskar. Puskar in the lane to Hogue, down low, shot up, and no good. Rebound loose up taken by Salem. Harris clears it in backcourt to Stevens. Wayne Stevens over the timeline, stop and pop. 15, no. Rebound Salem. Jones up, no. Rebound Salem, and it's out of bounds. With the rebound that time was Wayne Stevens, dribbled it on the baseline.
Salem being out-hustled right now, or the Jackets being out-hustled by Salem, definitely on the offensive boards. Jackets are going to have to get boxing out.
Waynesburg leads 32-29. Sean McCallister drive, shoots no good. Rebound out of bounds. Salem ball. So McCallister has yet to score in the ball game. And the Jackets drop back into their zone. And here comes Salem over the timeline. Now Stevens brings it up the floor for them. They've switched at the point, and Salem now begins a little three-man weave with 2 stationary men posted up, and a shot up, no good. Rebound ahead to Waynesburg, to McCallister. McCallister into forecourt, pulls up, looks down low, goes there to Montgomery, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Salem. Jackets have gone ice cold, and another timeout, this time called by Jim Spicer of the Tigers. 4:40 left to go in the first half. Waynesburg 32, Salem 29. They've been ice cold the last couple of minutes.
Last 2 minutes and 12 seconds, the Jackets scoring 1 field goal, and that's it.
Salem not scoring
anything. The Jackets are playing man-to-man.
All right, following the timeout, man-to-man by Waynesburg. Let's see how the Tigers handle it. They attack it out at the top of the key with Stevens working the point, working on the perimeter with Kaminsky. Kaminsky to Harris. He looks down low, nothing there. Goes back to Stevens, top of the key. Now pass down low against Clark. No shot, back outside to Harris. Jumper, no good. Rebound, foul call.
Over the back that time by the, we'll see.
Well, it's against Waynesburg, yeah. And it looks like Terry Clark.
My goodness.
Okay, Jack down Waynesburg, so the scoring drought continues. Jackets forecourt, long pass, knocked away, out of bounds, but it will be Waynesburg's ball. McCallister tries to hit Theron Hogue with a pass from half court. Hogue down along the baseline, but there to knock it away was Jones.
And the ball being retrieved. Booker Walton that time, a lot of hustle getting down there for the fast break of the Yellow Jackets. Good position to make that call.
All right, McCallister looks to inbound it to Puskar. It's knocked loose, and up with it is Salem. And long pass, one on nothing. Anton Morris stuffed it at the other end. They had a 1-on-0 break, and it's 32-31. Jackets lead. That breaks the scoring drought anyway. We're down to 3:54 to go in the first half. Waynesburg on the attack. Puskar. Jackets go into their 5-man 8 weave. Nobody posted up. Everybody moving. Back door. Theron Hogue. Shot. No good, but he's fouled. Hung on the rim. Wouldn't go down, but Theron will go to the line for 2. Stat from the free throw line this year. As Waynesburg goes on the half-court trap, they break it. Salem does. Down low. It goes to Harris. Shot up. No good. Rebound Montgomery. Waynesburg head to Lee. Lee walks with the basketball. Lee picked it up with 2 hands before shoveling it off to Theron Hogue right at midcourt. He looks over at the bench just out of the corner of his eye to see what Rudy Maurice's expression is, and it's not a happy one. And now Salem will get it back off the turnover with a chance to come back within 1 or tie it with a 3-point shot. Over the timeline comes Troy just back into the ball game. He goes to Stevens. Stevens trapped in the corner, goes back to Troy. Troy trapped by Puskar and Lee, but gets by it. And now working on the top of the key goes to Stevens. Stevens high post to Jones. He fires it in and out. Rebound Montgomery. Waynesburg. Rob ahead to Lee. Kevin Lee, long pass to Puskar on the wing. Drive, shoots, score!
Oh, wait, Rick Puskar really had concentration on that one. Beautiful.
And
play.
credit Kevin Lee with a nice lead pass from about 30 feet away. Now Salem, long pass to inbound it. They break the Waynesburg trap with a backdoor pass, and Jones is there to slam the door closed. And it's 36-33. Jackets still with a 3-point lead. 2:45 left to go in the first half. Here's Terry Clark handling the ball on the right side. Waynesburg goes to Lee. Kevin Lee falls down, travels with the basketball. He was closely guarded by Stevens as he tried to go by him. Stevens forced him into a walk.
Kevin with 2 turnovers. Unlike him, right there, he had a walking call in the backcourt, and here in the forecourt area, just at the midcourt line, just stumbles and travels with the ball as he's trying to pass and cut.
So the Jackets continue
And
to
a
have
backcourt foul by Kevin.
All right, so Kevin Lee in all kinds of problems. Here comes Sean McCallister back in as Lee picks up his first personal foul, a little reach-in foul at midcourt. And I believe Lee will go down to the bench. Or will he? I saw McCallister up. Yes, he's talking with Rudy Maurice now. And, as we have a guy named Tony Troy at the line to shoot 1-and-1. And it's going to go out of bounds. They say white ball. Salem Tigers will get it back. Tigers wear white uniforms with green trim here at home. Jackets in their black road jerseys with the orange trim. Orange and white. Backdoor play. Salem shot up good. Nice pass. And Troy was on the money end of it. And it's a 1-point game again, 36-35. Jackets lead. Here's Theron Hogue working it outside for Waynesburg. They go to Lee. Kevin Lee, 3-pointer, no. Rebound, Terry Clark up and no good. Follow, no good. Rebound loose. Salem comes up with it, and Kevin Lee fouls. Oh, my gosh. 3 from point-blank range for the Yellow Jackets, and Lee picks up another personal foul as he goes to the bench, and Sean McCallister is back in at point guard.
Tony Troy with an easy 2 points on the other end. The Jackets, right now, defensively, I'd say the zone ineffective.
Well, and also, Frank, the point guard position.
Right, very suspect.
There's either way, you know, when McCallister or Lee. Neither one seems to be able to really make it click out there.
Generating something, and the Jackets look good for the first 2 minutes of the game, and then have just slightly gone down a notch. But let's see if we can reorganize and regroup as
1-1, no good by Troy. Waynesburg rebounds it. They get it to McCallister. He's trapped in backcourt. Now breaks it with a long pass to Hogue. Hogue fakes the jumper, goes back out to McCallister. He works to the top of the key, and a foul called away from the ball in the lane.
Oh, my goodness. That football player guy, Jones, just completely throws a real shot into Rick Puskar's solar plexus.
Well,
and,
now,
Rick...
that's suspect because it's obvious Rick Puskar is playing with a broken nose, Frank. You guys got a big mask on and everything. I don't know. I hate to accuse anybody.
Well, you got him. It's a motion offense that the Jackets are running, and Troy sees Rick Puskar coming through on a cut and just gives him an elbow. Unbelievable, right in the solar. But Rick's fine.
He's at the line shooting 1-and-1, makes the first. And he can open up the 3-point balls with the next one, and does. Puskar's got a dozen in the first half. 38-35, 1:50 left to go in the first half. Jackets lead, Salem with the ball. A half-court trap. They break it with a long pass to Jones. Jones' backdoor pass is knocked away. On the backdoor play, trying to hit Barry Allen. the big 6'7" sophomore from Westbury, New York. Pass was too high for Allen to handle it. He's just checked into the ball game.
Well, Jones is not much of a basketball player. He's rough. He's playing in the right position in that power forward, but not a passer nor a defensive specialist.
Here's McCallister getting a bump as he goes by Stevens, and Stevens going to be called for the block, and McCallister will go to the line 1-1. 5-point Waynesburg lead. Their biggest lead of the night was 6. They've had 2 6-point leads. Both times Salem's come back to tie. And here's Troy into forecourt with a bounce pass to Stevens. 3-point attempt is good.
Yes, sir. Stevens puts it in, his second three-pointer.
And it's 40-38. All of a sudden, it's back to 2 points with 1:10 to go in the first half. Waynesburg, Hogue to Puskar. Puskar takes it inside, has it knocked away, gets it back, pumps it up off the glass. No good. Montgomery follow, no good. Rebound taken by Salem. Allen pulls it down. Now a steal. Puskar shot up, no good.
Yeah.
Follow good by Montgomery.
A great follow by Montgomery. What long arms he has. He was way under the basket and still tapped it in.
Rob's been playing great in the painted area here in the first half. Just hasn't been able to get his shots to drop. He's been getting the shots and getting the rebounds. Here's another shot from the side. Salem, no good. Rebound Clark. Waynesburg ahead to McCallister. On the run. Fast break. Waynesburg. Puskar in the wing. Lays it up. Good.
Another great assist and a good concentration. Puskar timeout. The loose ball.
44-38. The Jackets lead. We have 33 seconds to go in the first half. Waynesburg has now opened up another 6-point lead as they get the fast break working in the final minute.
The coach takes out Tony Jones, who's killing them on defense, not getting back. They're working over his side over there, and the Jackets have made a real good burst of points here.
And here's Salem to Troy. Troy starts inside, dishes it off underneath. Allen shot up good and foul call.
Rick Puskar undercut him a little bit and bumped him as he was in the air. The substitute comes in off the bench. Mr. Allen.
Barry Allen can play from Westbury, New York, and he'll go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. And a chance to bring his Tigers back to within 3 with 19 seconds to go in the first half. Allen, a 63% free throw shooter on the season, misses a free throw, but a whistle, we get a lane violation.
Barry Allen himself goes flying over the lane.
All right, left the line too early. Mr. Allen. He's a big kid, skinny but big, 6'7", long arms. Looks like he plays about 6'8". That's averages 5 block shots a game, Frank. Full court pressure by Salem. The Jackets inbound, and McCallister by the pressure with 15 seconds to go. Goes top of the key, now on the wing to Hogue, to Terry Clark. 9 seconds to go. Clark down low to Montgomery. Montgomery fake shoots. It is no good off the iron. Good on the follow by Terry Clark.
Good move against Terry. The Jackets with a good burst in the second part of the second half.
That is the end of the first half with the score Waynesburg 46, Salem 40. We'll take a 46-40, and to tell us how we got there, here's Frank Issing.
We got there by Salem College. Wayne Stevens having 10 points, 2 3-pointers, and 1 personal foul. 11 points for Brett Kamansky. He had a 3-pointer and 2 for 2 from the line. Coming in with 8, Sean McCallister, 2 points, 2 for 2 from the line, and 2 personal fouls. Darren Walls had 3 personal fouls in the first half, set out most of it in the second part of the first half. 10 points altogether for Darren, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Rick Puskar in with 12 points, 2 for 2 from the line. Good job with the surgery on the nose. Okay, Theron Hogue, 13 points, high score for the Yellow Jackets, 3 for 3 from the line, and 3 for 3 from 3 for 3 from the line, and no personal fouls on Theron. Rob Montgomery had a personal foul, only 1, 5 points. He was 1 for 2 from the line. And Terry Clark had 1 field goal and 2 personal fouls. Kevin Lee did not score, but had 2 personal fouls. Only 1 3-pointer thrown in for the Yellow Jackets. That was Darren Walls. Altogether, the Jackets shot 9 for 11 from the charity stripe for their 46 points, and they lead at halftime 46-40.
Thank you very much, Frank. Don't forget Yellow Jacket basketball.
Salem College, the halftime score is the Yellow Jackets with a 6-point lead, 46-40. The halftime statistics, the Jackets shooting 51%, 18 out of 35 shots. The Salem Tigers shooting 40.5%. They were 17 for 42. That's a telltale sign right there. Not doing well with a real dry spell with about 5 minutes to go in the first half. Rebounds,
The Jackets have 20, 14 of them defensive, 6 offensive. The Salem college team has 19, 10 defensive, and 9 offensive. The offensive boards holding Salem College in, and it's the assist leader, and it's a guy that you think, well, the Waynesburg College of McCallister would have the most assists. No, it's Tony Troy, the point guard for Salem. He has 9 assists in the first. His leading scorer in the game was 14. Kaminsky for them with 11.
Okay, Frank, we'll be back in 30 seconds with the second on the attack. Ball knocked away by Theron Hogue. Tigers get it back. They go to Troy now, top of the key to Stevens. Shot good. Wayne Stevens, a little 17-footer. He is an even dozen in the ball game, and it's a 46-42 game. Waynesburg, McCallister in the lane to Montgomery, up, no good, missed the dunk, and a foul called on the play.
Rob picks up the charge. He missed the dunk, and no basket, no goaltending, anything like that. But it's just a charging foul on Montgomery.
And it's still a 46-42 ball game, 19:31 left to go. In it, we're just getting the second half underway. Montgomery with a quick personal foul after missing the dunk, and some half-court pressure now as Salem inbounds it, and they get by the trap, top of the key, to the foul, middle of the circle it goes to Kaminsky. Come down low, drive up good on the baseline by Anton Morris. They beat the trap with a backdoor play, and it's a 2-point Waynesburg lead as McCallister brings them into forecourt. Sean to Puskar on the wing over there on the right side of Montgomery. Back out around the horn it goes to Puskar. 18-footer is short. Rebound taken by Salem. Stevens on the rebound, brings it into forecourt. Stevens coast to coast, stops and pops, no good. Rebound up Salem, and it's a jump ball call.
The arrow facing the Yellow Jacket direction, so they pick up the alternate possession, and that's the first held ball called in this game.
And no pressure at all this time by Salem as they just peel off. As McCallister brings it into forecourt, stops top the key, goes to Puskar on the wing. 3-point jumper is no good. Rebound taken by Salem. Taken by Kaminsky. Long pass to Troy on the fast break to the other side of the wing, up and in.
Tony Troy, a real good point guard. 6 points unanswered.
Anton Morris with the bucket, and Rudy Marisa has his timeout called. 18:33 left to go in the ball game. The Tigers have come back to tie it up, 46-46. Let's take this Salem, West Virginia. John Loper along with Frank Busick, and Jackets dug themselves another hole. They struggled throughout the first half, finally put together a string of points at the end to take a 6-point halftime lead. Now they find themselves tied at 46. And in the first minute and a half have yet to score here in the second half. And McCallister goes to work against the Salem defense, and he goes to Theron Hogue, back to Sean. Sean cross-court to Puskar. Puskar down low to Montgomery. Low post shot up good.
Nice move by Rob Montgomery against the man-to-man defense. First 2 points of the second half.
Here's Salem quickly into forecourt. Troy goes deep into the corner to Stevens, and back out to Troy. Now Stevens will trot it out, and they'll work the perimeter of the zone. Down low along the baseline, Morris, jumper good. And Morris has 14 all of a sudden in the ball game. Now, loose ball on the Waynesburg fast break. Montgomery picks it up, goes to Puskar, and a foul call. Rick was whacked by Troy as he got the pass from Montgomery on a busted play, so to speak, to use football terminology. And that'll be the first foul of the second half on Salem.
That was before the shot. That'll be an inbound play by Sean McCallister.
And he does to Walls. Walls playing with 3 personal fouls. Goes high post to Montgomery. Loose ball as Robbie lost the handle. Big pile up, and a jump ball, I believe, going to be called. And that'll go to Salem on the alternate possession. Yep.
So sloppiness sets in. When you see the held ball in college, there's a little bit of sloppiness coming in on the loose ball that time by the Yellow Jackets, and the ball goes over in an alternate possession to Salem.
We're tied at 48. Salem looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. They've never led in this game, but it's been close all the way. Outside with the basketball is Troy. He starts inside now dishes it off into the corner. Here's Morris, jumper, in and out. Rebound Salem up, and no good. Rebound Montgomery. Clears it to McCallister. Sean looking for the break. Long pass to Walls on the wing. Walls turns, fires, no good. Rebound taken by Salem. And a fast break the other way as Troy runs it over the timeline. Long pass, baseline Morris, back into the lane to Kaminsky. Shot up, no good. Rebound McCallister. Sean puts it to the floor, and it's stolen away. We go the other way. Stevens off the steal underneath. Harris shot up, good.
Well, Rudy Marisa looking at this and really scratching his head. and the Salem Tigers scoring at will.
And they take the lead for the first time tonight. Here's Walls into the lane, dishes it off to Hogue, and a 3-second violation. Theron Hogue caught napping in the lane. And now Salem in charge here. They lead that.
In the first lead, John, of the ball game for Salem, 50-48.
16:49 left to play in the game. And now, quite content to just walk it over the timeline is Troy, and he brings it into forecourt to Stevens. Into the corner it goes to Kaminsky on the right side, almost a steal by Walls, but they get it back outside. Troy handling the ball. Now looks in the high post to Harris, not there. Back to Troy. Troy to Stevens, around the horn. Kaminsky shot blocked by Montgomery. Loose ball picked up by Stevens. He takes it back inside for Salem. Now to Harris. Jumper good.
Harris puts the move on. The big guy, 6'7", does it.
52-48, a 4-point Salem lead as the wheels start to come off the wagon for the Yellow Jackets. A steal at midcourt by Salem, but it goes out of bounds. Troy picked Pushkar's pocket right at midcourt and then dribbled out of bounds trying to get the pass break started. So a break there for the Yellow Jackets as they try to close the gap to 2. McCallister inbounds it to Theron Hogue. He looks to Montgomery, low post, not there. Back out top of the key to McCallister to Montgomery, up and in. Shaw with a nice feed to Rob Montgomery, and Rob puts it up and down. He has 9, and it's a 52-50 game. Salem leads, 15:56 left to play in the game. Here's Salem attacking the left side of the Waynesburg zone. Stevens has it now top of the key around to Troy. Long cross-court pass. Stevens has it up, and three-pointer no good. Rebound comes out to Waynesburg. McCallister into forecourt. Sean down in the lane, stops, pops, it's short. Rebound is loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Waynesburg's ball.
Salem just pure hustle this evening at the Salem College Gym. It's known as the T. Ed Davis Fieldhouse.
And not a good place to be if you're a Waynesburg College basketball player right now. They inbound it to Theron Hogue. Hogue back to Walls outside to Puskar from the baseline. Jumper no good. Rebound taken by Salem, and a foul called away from the ball. Montgomery called for pushing off, going for the rebound away from the ball.
Tough one, third foul.
So Montgomery with 3, Walls with 3 for Waynesburg. Almost a replay of what happened in Urbana on Saturday afternoon when the Jackets were upset in overtime.
We're talking intentional.
4:50 Salem with the lead. Waynesburg with the ball. McCallister over the timeline. Goes to Puskar on the wing, right side, left side. Now it goes to Theron Hogue, back outside to McCallister. Down low to Walls, and a foul called. Somebody grabbed Walls' arm as he got the pass from McCallister going to the hoop, and Walls will not go to the line, foul before the shot.
First foul of the second half against the second. Salem, second? Okay. Yes, it is. That's right.
Waynesburg ahead to Montgomery on the fast break, lays it up and in. Rob Montgomery, unusual to see him on the money end of the break, but he was there, and McCallister hit him with a nice pass, and it's 54-52. Salem with a 2-point lead and the basketball as they work the perimeter of the zone. Here's Troy with it, looks down low, lob's not there, goes to Harris in the corner, back to Troy. Troy cross-court to Stevens, into the corner to Morris, jumper, no. Rebound, Walls for Waynesburg, great rebound ahead to McCallister. Sean, McCallister back to Walls, lays it up and in. Walls filling the lanes very nicely that time after a terrific rebound at the other end of the floor. Very athletic move. And we're tied 54-54. A steal, Walls, Waynesburg. Darren Walls explodes down the floor with great speed, and now is fouled as he goes up to the hoop. Walls just had Harris beat. He blew by him. Harris trailing the play, finally caught up and nailed Walls as he went up for the ring for the layup. Ball did not go down, but Walls will go to the line to shoot 2, but stripped away, loose ball, and it's going to be taken by Salem. Stevens on the attack. On the fast break goes to Troy, up, blocked by Walls. Loose ball picked up by Waynesburg. Ahead to Theron Hogue on the break. Theron drives, shoots, no good. Foul call. Charging going to be called on Theron Hogue. They had a 3-on-1 break, the 3 for the Yellow Jackets, and Theron, unfamiliar in that role of trying to lead the fast break, decided to just take it in himself, and he charged.
And paying the price was Rusty Harris, who got up really shaken up on that one. He's in the game, but I think right now He's not quite sure if it's Salem, West Virginia or Waynesburg, what town he's in, because Farron really put one to him. He paid the price on it.
It is 55-54. Waynesburg leads. Salem with the ball. Stevens has it in the corner, almost fouled by Hogue, but Theron gets away with it. Back out to Troy. Troy back top of the key to Morris. Morris back to Troy over there on the left side. And Tony Troy will now bring it out to the point and set it in motion on the right to Harris, deep into the corner, right side to Stevens. Back out around the horn, and the top of the key now is Morris. Morris to Harris on the left into the corner. Jumper from way in the corner, way outside Stevens. No good. Rebound Waynesburg. And to McCallister on the fast break. Sean pulls up top of the key. Nothing there. And he goes to Hogue. They're on Hogue. Jumper from the side. No good. Rebound taken by Salem. So the point guard position continues to give Rudy Maurice a fit there. That just sort of disintegrated that play as they came down the floor.
Salem's speed on defense really has a lot to do with the operation of the fast break, and they're great on team speed.
Jackets lead by 1, 55-54. Salem turns it over as Troy walks with the basketball way outside. No one near him. He just got a little careless, lost his concentration for a minute, and turns it over.
Steve Quinn on a real good call that time. Excellent position he was to see it.
13 minutes left to play in the game. Here's McCallister into forecourt, bothered by Stevens, and the ball stolen away. Stevens into forecourt. Stevens one-on-one with McCallister, lays it up. No good. Foul called on the play, and McCallister will pick up the foul. Stevens will go to the line. And it's tied at 55. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Sean McCallister still at point guard. Now they go into their five-man weave as they go top of the key to Montgomery. Montgomery back to McCallister, and Sean looks to Darren Walls. Walls on the wing on the left side to Rob Montgomery. He pulls up, goes to Theron Hogue, top of the circle. They shovel it off to McCallister again. And now back to Rob Puskar. Puskar to Walls. Walls to Montgomery. Checks down low. Nothing there. Shot clock down to 17 as they go in the lane to Walls. Shot up. No good. Follow Montgomery. No good. Follow McCallister.
McCallister get the tip in.
All right. Sean McCallister, all 5'8" of him, gets the tip in. His second bucket of the night. And it's Waynesburg by 2. 57-55. Just over 12 minutes left to play in this one. As Troy handles the ball deep in the corner on the right side. Back outside to Morris. Three-point attempt. Air ball taken by Waynesburg on the fast break ahead to Walls. Darren Walls underneath the basket. Fakes his man up in the air. Shoots good.
There's an athlete. Darren Walls really deserves credit on that one. Way under the basket. Leaned out and made it in.
Jackets now by 4. 59-55. Salem again deliberately attacks the Waynesburg zone. It's Stevens handling it outside now. Goes to Harris. Fakes the shot. Back to Stevens. In the lane it goes. Low post. Jones turnabout. Blocked by Montgomery, but the rebound taken by Jones up and in. Jones picked up the loose ball following the block of his shot, and he was there to put it up and in as Montgomery got himself out of position going for the block, and it's 59-57 Waynesburg. Here's a 15-footer for Puskar. Good. Rick Puskar has 16 on the evening, and it's 61-57, and a whistle. Away from the ball, stoppage of play. Let's see what that's all about. Not sure. There might have been some debris on the floor that from the stands or something. I don't know. But as Salem was coming across the sideline, they blew the whistle. Stevens working the guard. They're working around to Harris on the right side. Now low post Jones. Ball knocked loose. But Salem up with it, up and good. And the man putting it in was who? 32. And that is, your guess is as good as mine. And Waynesburg into four-quarter collision as McCallister collides with Stevens, and Stevens going to be called for the block. He's following the foul against Salem. And they work it again around with their five-man 8 weave, their figure 8 weave. No, this time it's a 4. They got Montgomery posted up high. They go to Rob in the lane. Turnabout jumper is up. No good. Foul call.
Nearly got it in there. And Wayne Stevens commits the foul.
So a different look that time from the Yellow Jackets. Instead of the 5-man weave, it was a 4-man weave, all moving around Rob Montgomery, who was posted up high. And Rob will now go to the line to shoot 2. Looking one around the rim and out. Rebounds loose. Salem comes up with it as Jones picks it off the floor. Clears it to Stevens with a bounce pass, and he'll bring it into forecourt. Now he puts on the brakes as he gets top of the key, goes to Harris. Harris looks inside, nothing there. Back around the horn it goes. With the ball deep in the corner is Patterson. Back outside to Stevens. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound Puskar for Waynesburg. Outlet pass thrown away. Salem up with a loose ball, and a shot inside blocked by Montgomery, but a foul called at the play.
There's a bad call, unless they call it on Rick. Rick was the guy that fouled. If they call it on Rob, we're in trouble. Yes, they do. They call it on Rob, the wrong guy. So Montgomery picks up his fourth.
Oops. And Tony Jones, I believe. No, that was not Tony Jones. Brett was off the front of the iron and hung on, then fell through. And it's a one-point game again, 62-61. Jackets lead. 10:09 left to go. Puskar with the ball for Waynesburg into the lane, knocked loose. The high pass, the ball knocked high into the air, and as it comes down, Walls collides with Kaminsky, and they're going to call a foul on Kaminsky as they're diving for the loose ball.
They called on Jones, I believe.
All right. Well, Kaminsky was the one on the floor. Okay. Either way, I guess we're getting close to the 1-1 here for Salem.
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 6. So one more.
And Waynesburg inbounds it from the side. They go to Puskar, back to Sean McCallister, and he'll set it in motion. Working on the right side, deep into the corner to Puskar. Underneath to Walls. He fakes. He shoots it. Blocked. And up with a loose ball is Harris for Salem.
Good defense that time by number 12, Brett Kaminsky.
And here comes Salem on the attack. They go to Harris. Turnaround jumper. Baseline. Good.
Hardly any daylight, and Harris makes it.
And Salem leads by one as Puskar forces it up. Baseline, no good. Rebound, Hogue. Theron up. Good. Foul call.
Three-point play. It is.
So Hogue. So T has 16 tonight. Jackets have 4 in double figures as they lead 65-63. 9.5 minutes left in this one now as Salem goes around the horn against the Waynesburg zone. They go into the corner on the right side to Patterson, and Patterson looks for the lob down low. Not there. Goes cross court to Stevens. Stevens, high post to Harris. Ball knocked loose. Harris on the floor battling with Puskar. Jump ball called off the alternate possession. The Jackets will get control. With Puskar, a lot of hustle that time. A lot of guts, too, playing with a broken nose, diving for the loose ball.
And the surgery on Monday, he's playing with the nose guard, similar to Kevin Lee's, and doing a fine job.
Waynesburg with a 2-point lead in the ball. Walls goes to Puskar on the outside as the Jackets now have Theron Hogue posted up and weave around him. Walls handling the ball, looking to Hogue, goes to him, and he starts in the lane, turns it over. Yeah. He lost his dribble. He got it at the foul line, tried to go by a man and move into the lane, lost his dribble, and then had to pick it up with 2 hands off the floor, and it's a turnover.
That one hurts for the Yellow Jackets.
So it's still 65-63. Now Salem with a chance to tie or lead if they can convert a 3-pointer. Out with the top of the key is Stevens. He's hit a couple of those, but doesn't shoot this time to Patterson. Jumper baseline, no good. Rebound, Terry Clark for Waynesburg. Clears it to McCallister. McCallister into forecourt to Walls on the baseline. Underneath the basket, pump, shoots, it's blocked. Walls gets it back, pumps again, shoots, it's good.
Great play by Darren. He's not getting any calls under the basket. He's working for them.
67-63, timeout called by Salem. 8:23 left. The Tigers put it in play following their timeout. Jackets lead it by a score of 67-63. Salem on the attack with the ball outside now is Kaminsky. He goes to Morris over on the left side, and Morris thinks about the 3-pointer. Instead, back to Kaminsky. Pass underneath, backdoor. Robinson shot up, blocked by Walls, but goaltending going to be called on Darren Walls. And it was. So that's 2 points for Ethan Patterson, his first 2 of the night, and it's 67-65. Sean McCallister still at point guard for the Yellow Jackets as they go to Terry Clark over on the left side. Now back out Puskar, top of the key over on the right to Walls. Walls to the baseline, forces one up. It's no good. The foul call. Darren Walls picks up his 4th personal foul on the play. He forced up a shot. It was a brick, and then collided with a man following the shot, and he picks up the foul.
Well coached, Salem is. They hold their position on the man, on the shooter, and he's
rebound to Waynesburg, ahead to McCallister, knocked away from behind. Sean got cute coming down the top of the key, tried a behind-the-back dribble, and there to knock it away was Stevens. And the Jackets will inbound it from the baseline.
Good defensive display this evening. Solid all night.
McCallister in trouble, finally gets it inbounds just in time to Terry Clark. Clark takes it to the baseline, stops, pops, short, no good. Rebound there on Hogue. He pumps, he shoots good.
Offensive boards, the Jackets holding him in this game.
Hogue high in the ball game now with 18 as the Jackets lead it 69-65. 7 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the game. Salem on the attack is Stevens. Top of the key goes cross court to Kaminsky, back to Stevens, into the corner to Patterson, now back outside. Stevens handling the ball, working against Puskar, looks in the lane, nothing there, goes cross court again to Kaminsky. Into the corner it goes to Morris, Anton Morris, back outside to Kaminsky, to Stevens, and Stevens back to Kaminsky, again to Morris in the corner. Morris jumper over Clark, no good off the glass, rebound is loose, up with it is Morris, drives and shoots for Salem, it's good. 16 for Anton Morris, 69-67 Waynesburg.
Anton can play basketball.
Here comes Sean McCallister, the Puskar on the wing, on the right side, into the corner to Theron Hogue. Looks into the lane, goes there to Walls, then a foul call, a whistle as Walls loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a foul against Salem. Somebody knocked the ball away from Walls and knocked Darren in the process. He's good, Darren Walls. So, we go the other way. It is still 69-67. Waynesburg on top, but Salem with the basketball. 6:15 to play in the ball game. And they go to Robinson in the corner on the right side. Back out to Troy. Ball stolen away by Sean McCallister. Now restolen by Salem, and a foul called in the play. McCallister on the steal. Following the steal, never really did have control, and Patterson stole it right back from him. And then Sean commits the foul. In and out. Rebound Waynesburg. Clark picks it up off the floor. Hogue had it and dropped it, but Terry Clark, Johnny on the spot, clears it to McCallister, and Sean goes to work once again, and he gets it to Puskar. He starts inside, now pulls up, dumps it off to Hogue. Theron will go top of the key to Terry Clark, back to McCallister. McCallister starts inside, nothing there, pulls up, goes to Puskar. Puskar to Walls. Walls to Clark in the corner. He starts to drive the baseline and loses the handle. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Salem. No, Waynesburg basketball. Don't know about that call. Really don't know about that call.
And Quinn calls it. Booker Walton looks for help. He didn't see it. In the lead, he looks out. Quinn says it's black ball. And wow, the locals really get upset.
And I think they're right. Jim Spicer up off the
bench, my goodness. There was a tremendous foul by Anton Morris.
A collision away from the ball. Walls goes flying, no call, and they go to Puskar down low. He drives, shoots, no good, foul call.
This game is getting rough.
Well, down twice away from the ball, but no blood, no foul, the way they're calling it right now. And as long as they call it both ends of the floor, I think Waynesburg will be all right. But now at the line is Puskar to shoot 1-1. He missed.
Not watching off the ball, John, and a lot of things happen.
Correction, Puskar is at the line to shoot 2. And the first one from Rick is in. Jackets shooting very well from the free throw line tonight.
They were 9 for 11 in the first half, and in the second half, 4 for 5.
Second one, good. Puskar, perfect both times. It is now 71-68, the Jackets lead. 5:20 left to play in this game. Here's Salem on the attack. Stevens working the outside with Troy. Troy into the corner to Patterson. Patterson in the high post, turnaround jumper by Jones is good.
Jones gets the roll that time. And for him,
Jackets fast break off the inbounds to Walls. He loses it on the way up, and he's fouled. Off the heel. Rebound there on Hogue. Waynesburg. D puts it to the floor, and it's stolen away by Salem. We come the other way. Down the lane it goes. Shot up. No good on the layup. Rebound tapped outside to Stevens. He pops, and it's no good. Rebound there on Hogue. Waynesburg. Hogue triple teamed under there on the boards after the rebound. Finally outlets it to Walls. Montgomery shot is good. Rob Montgomery around the rim and finally went down 74-70. Waynesburg continues to lead in this basketball game.
Outstanding pressure shooting by Montgomery. Getting it in the paint, putting up with the left hand.
Playing with 4 personal fouls in this game. And a low post pass is knocked away. Up with a loose ball is Theron Hogue for Waynesburg. To McCallister. Jackets into forecourt. Sean puts on the brakes. Top of the key. Goes to Hogue. He's open. He pops. It's no good. Rebounds loose underneath. Picked up finally by Patterson for Salem. And we bring it the other way. Patterson, long pass underneath. Jones, foul. Rick Jones whacked by Puskar.
Rick Puskar trying to stop an alley-oop. And he did, but he picked up the personal foul. He's second.
Rebounds loose. Harris has it, but Walls battling with it. Harris gets it back. The shot no good. Rebound tapped down to McCallister. Jackets on the run. The Walls stolen away. Bad pass by McCallister. Stolen away by Troy. Fast break the other way. Nope, they go to Stevens. Three-pointer. No. Rebound Montgomery for Waynesburg. Foul call.
Over the back on the substitute Ethan Patterson. And he tried to jump.
Picked up by Jones. Cleared ahead to Stevens. Into forecourt it comes. Stevens now lets the traffic clear and goes cross-court to Troy. Now to Harris on the left side. Back to Stevens and to Troy over on the right. On the perimeter of the Waynesburg defense. Low post Jones by Montgomery up and in. Rob got to play him loose with 4 personal fouls. Jones taking advantage. Blows right by him. He's into double figures with 10. It's 74-72. Waynesburg leads. The Walls up. Good. Nice assist by Sean McCallister as he found Walls in alone underneath and hit him with a pass through traffic. Walls has 20. That is 76-72. Now that's a little point guard move there by Sean McCallister, Frank.
Sean with good peripheral vision that time.
All right, here's Robin Patterson in the corner for Salem. Comes back outside now. A low post to Jones is mishandled. Gets it back, turns and fires. It's good. Jones mishandled the pass, got it back, turned and fired and hit it. 76-74. 2:50 left to play in the ball game. Salem College, a barn burner. Here's McCallister into forecourt, goes to Puskar deep in the corner on the right side. So starts inside, now pulls up, goes to Montgomery, high post down the lane, shot partially blocked. Hogue up with it, up and in.
Offensive boards, they're on Hogue. Wow, trademark.
20 for Hogue, and it's 78-74. 2.5 minutes left in this one, which is going to go right down to the wire here at Salem tonight. If you wanted a close ball game, you got one. Here's Stevens outside. Now goes to Patterson from the corner. Good.
Two-pointer almost. 18-footer Patterson.
That's 5 for the freshman, and it's 78-76. As Sean McCallister comes into forecourt, a foul called as he collides with Stevens. Stevens did not have position. The block is called, and 6 for him tonight. 80-76. Jackets lead. 2:05 left to go. Here's Salem. Big trip down the floor for the Tigers now as they go into the corner to Harris. Harris back outside to Morris. Back to Harris once again. Troy starts inside. Now pulls up back to Morris. Anton Morris goes to Troy. Troy, long alley-oop underneath Patterson. Shot up, no good. And a foul called on the rebound.
Big push-off by Tony Jones.
All right.
Oh, my, that's his fifth, John.
Jones fouls out with 1:47 left to go in the ball game. Pushing off, trying to get position on the rebound. But the big story there was not so much the foul, it was the alley-oop to Patterson, and the freshman could not line. It's 82-76 Waynesburg with 1:45 to go. Tons of time with a three-point play. That's an eternity in college basketball this year. And here's Salem on the attack. They go to Kaminsky. Kaminsky to Troy. Now to Morris. Morris back out to Troy, top of the key. Hobbs at high post to Harris, knocked away, but Troy there to pick it down. Pick it up, I should say. They go to Morris. Three-point attempt is no good. Tap up, no good. Foul called on the rebound, and it's going to be on Waynesburg.
Rick Puskar really that time got blown out on the rebound, but he's called for the foul for going over the back. Real tough call. Booker Walton, lead official on the opposite side of the foul, really screened out, but he thought he saw something, and they called it on Rick Puskar, his third.
Well, to quote a famous fellow from Pittsburgh, Frank, yoy. At the line is a 4-point game, 82-78. Waynesburg, long inbound pass to Puskar. Good foul call.
And a possible three-point play, and Kaminsky...
and Puskar is hurt. Wait a minute. He's shaken up. He's very slow in getting up. Matter of fact, he hasn't gotten up yet.
I think he's going to be all right, John. He landed a little bit awkward, but he's up.
Well, that's good to see him up. And he will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play. And timeout called before that will happen, though, with 1:16 to go. The score, Waynesburg 84, Salem 78 to get out of here with a win, but they got a lot of work to do yet. 1:16 left to play in this ball game. Waynesburg on top, 84-78. Rick Puskar at the line with a chance to convert a three-point play, and it's on the way, and it's in and out. Rebound Salem, picked up by Kaminsky. Into forecourt it comes, and handling the ball on the outside is Kaminsky now. They go to Stevens. Stevens to Troy. Down low along the baseline to Kaminsky. Goes by Theron Hogue into traffic. Drive, shoots. It's up and good. Brett Kaminsky, 15. That's a big bucket. It's a 4-point Waynesburg lead. 55 seconds left to go. Sean McCallister into forecourt for Waynesburg. Goes to Theron Hogue. He pulls up, goes back to McCallister. Now to Darren Walls outside. Back to T. Jacket's going to weave it now. Try to shorten up the last 40 50 seconds of this game. Now they go to Theron Hogue in the wing over there on the left side. He with a dribble a couple of times. Now back out to McCallister. McCallister starts inside, takes the drive up. No good. Foul called on the play. Sean McCallister will go to the line.
Rusty Harris.
And Jim Spicer's up. He went charging call. To the next one, it is no good off the front of the iron. Rebound, Salem. 30 seconds to go. Jackers lead by 4. Tigers with the ball. Into forecourt it comes to Morris. Anton Morris into the lane. Drive, shoots up, no good. Rebound is loose, and it's still loose. They're battling around like a volleyball. Salem up with it. Shot up good. Kamensky. Timeout. 17 for Kamensky tonight. Timeout called with 18 seconds left to go. Oh, my gosh. It is 84-82. The Jackers count anybody out anymore in basketball. We didn't see any three-point plays in the last 2 minutes, but that still looms there on the horizon. A 2-point ball game now. Salem down by 2. All they need to go is get the ball back, keep Waynesburg from scoring this trip down the floor, a steal or something, and a 3-point bomb. They can win it.
Well, the clock's turned off, John. There's no shot clock with only 18 seconds to 1. Sean McCallister just missed 2.
I think that's what they'll do.
So they have fouling Sean might be very advantageous as soon as he gets the ball and put the pressure on the Yellow Jackets.
Well, Puskar is going to do the inbounding for Waynesburg. And Rick still hasn't inbounded it, still in trouble. Now gets it to Walls, and they foul Walls right away.
He was fouled. Okay, they're going to call going for the ball, the guy in the front, but he was slammed from the back.
All right, Walls fouled as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. So now with 16 seconds to go, he will go to the line at the other end of the floor. Struggled at the line this year. First one, 1-1 on the way, good.
That's a big one.
He makes someone nicking to it with 16 seconds to go. Second one on the way. Good. Darren Walls with 2 big free throws. It is 86-82. Now, Salem with 14 seconds to go in the forecourt to Harris. Harris from way outside fires, no good. Rebound, foul called on the rebound. With 8 seconds to go, the foul is going to be on the Salem Tigers. And the Yellow Jackets now will go to the line with a 4-point lead, shooting 1-1.
Rusty Harris played a great game. That's
1-1 is good. Mr. Headley out to warm up the bus. The Yellow Jackets do. Rudy Marisa glad to get out of here with a win. I'll tell you, he got away with one here tonight. Walls makes them both. He'll finish with 24 points. It was 7 seconds to go. Here's Salem into forecourt. A drive down the lane. They let Troy alone. He puts it up and down, and it's good, and that's the end of the ball game. Troy just ended the ball game with a drive and a layup, uncontested, and the Jackets get out of here with a 4-point lead. They led by a 4-point win, I should say. They led by 6 at the half, 46-40. They win it 88-84. The Salem Tigers, a basketball team that is on the rise, and a basketball team that has lost a lot of tough games, a lot of close games this year, including this one here tonight. But a basketball team, I think, that will eventually have something to say about who wins this conference tournament when at the end of the year, when they get everybody together here in West Virginia and take them to Charleston and play it all out at the end of the year to find out who goes to Kansas City. I'm not saying Salem is going to Kansas City, but I think Salem is going to have a say in who goes before the season is over in the middle of, or the early part of March. For the Yellow Jackets, they are now 5-1 on the season, and if they can get by Pitt Bradford tomorrow, that will at least preserve their national ranking at 15, or they might even be able to move up just a little bit. They do come in well under their average, averaging better than 100 points a game coming in here, scoring 88 tonight in the win over the Salem Tigers. At 4 in double figures, and here's Frank Music to tell you about all the scoring that took place this evening.
The Salem College Tigers were 11 for 19 this evening for their 84 points in a losing but yet scrappy basketball game for the Tigers and Coach Jim Spicer. Here we go with the Yellow Jackets. Victorious high score was Darren Walls. Darren with 10 in the first half, 14 in the second half. Finished off with 24. He had 1 3-pointer and shot 7 for 11 from the free throw line. Also, Rick Puskar had 20. He had 14 in the first half, 6 in the second half. He shot 4 for 5 the free throw line, and he is has 20 points total. Theron Hogue, 22 points in a beautiful ball game. Theron with 13 points in the first half, 9 points in the second half. 3 for 3 in the foul line first half, 3 for 3 second half, a perfect 6 for 6 night. They're on very important foul shooting. The senior comes through to help this team win another one. And Fairlawn again with 22 big points. Rob Montgomery, 5 points in the first half, banged in 11 second half, and shot 2 for 5 from the free throw line for 14 points. And the only bench score comes from Terry Clark, one lone field goal early in the game when Darren Wallace got in foul trouble in the first half. So the lack of bench points tonight for Rudy Marisa, going with that starting 5, but they balanced out. One with 24, one with 22, and one with 20, another with 14. And the point guard Sean McCallister hung in there playing with 4 personal fouls. We needed him. He was 4 for 6 from the line, and he had a total of 6 points. As the Jackets in the first half shot 9 for 11, and in the second half they made altogether, I should say, 23 out of 33. So foul shooting went awry in the second half a little bit, which allowed Salem College to close the gap. But still, the Jackets come out victorious. They go to 5-1 on the season, and the final score here at Salem College is 88 for Waynesburg College, 84 for the Salem College Tigers.
And Frank, shades of 1983-84 here tonight as Rudy Marisa plays only 7 guys. 7 guys played tonight, not getting into the ball game. Vance Walker, Pat Robinson, or Tom Careffa. So no freshmen get into the ball game at all. All upperclassmen. And Kevin Lee alternated for a while with Sean McCallister at point guard. Sean did finish the game at that position. And Terry Clark, as Frank said, also off the bench to score the lone bench point for Waynesburg tonight. Rudy Marisa, let's see. Tomorrow afternoon, perhaps, Frank, on the way to the Pitt Bradford game, on the way to College Gym tomorrow, he might want to stop by the Green Plaza. They got that little thing set up for Santa Claus in the middle of the parking lot. Maybe go in and see the old fella, see if he can send him a point guard for Christmas. I'm not saying there's not one on the team. There is. There's a point guard hiding inside one of those 2 guys. All they have to do is get him out, wake him up, and we're in business.
I saw Sean McCallister grow in this game. He made a move in the last 18 seconds in the key that takes a lot of experience to do. He didn't back off. He drove it. He had the lane. He wasn't looking for anyone else, but he did make the move, and that was the important thing that I saw in the paint in the last 18 seconds to draw that foul. He did miss both free throws, however, but he did make the move, John, and that is the important thing. So Sean is on his way, and I think as a Yellow Jacket fan, if you're listening and you go to the games, watch it. He will improve. He's a gifted player, and he's learning the system. This is only his 6th game as a Yellow Jacket. Only his 6th game, and he's not been in the system before. He's come from a losing program at Alliance College, and has a lot of things to learn, but he did learn a lesson tonight. I look for a good game from him at Pitt Bradford, one of his best. It'll be tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock.
All right. Now, I think maybe Rudy would just be satisfied for Christmas. All he really wants is a W tomorrow afternoon. Our airtime is 2:40. Game time is 3. It's the last home game before January. The next home game after tomorrow is January 12th, when Geneva will be at College Gym, and that will be the only home game in January. So not many chances to see the Yellow Jackets in their home in Waynesburg. 88, Salem 84. This has been a WANB Sports production.
Yellow Jacket basketball has been brought to you by Stroh's Beer. Now you're talking good times, and Stroh's is spoken here. Mario's Pizza in the Green Plaza, Waynesburg. Ross Auto Parts, 890 East High Street. Midtown Auto Sales, where shoppers become buyers. First National Bank of Carmichael's, Greene County's hometown bank. Dr. M.L. Webb Chiropractor, East Green in Waynesburg. Video Unlimited, Waynesburg's newest video store. The new Elias Muffler Service in West Waynesburg. The Pump Store in Amity, Washington, and Wheeling. Green Mechanical.